welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to recap, excuse me, last Saturday's HBO Boxing After Dark, which featured Thomas Delorme versus Hank Lundy, Hugo Centeno versus James De La Rosa, and in the main event, David Lemieux versus Gabriel Rosado. Now, hope you guys caught the pre-fight video, because then we're going to talk about everything that we talked about in that, plus the fight. So we're going to start off with Delorme versus Lundy, and I'm going to let Rob start us off.
Alright, so we said this fight would be a good step up for Delorme and Hank Lundy. I would say Delorme is the more polished prospect. I'm not going to say he had the easy way up, but Hank Lundy does know like the hard way up the ladder. And we expected a really good fight out of these two, and that's exactly what we got. From the outset, Delorme looked more polished, he more athletic, taller, faster, however you want to say it. And he looks a little bit tougher because he is training out of Robert Garcia's camp. You know they got some tough SOBs there. And he ended up knocking down Hank Lundy in the first round with an overhand right that hit him right in the temple. Now, while it did knock him down, I think Hank Lundy was more upset at himself that he let himself get hit with it, because he got popped right back up, ready to fight.
Yeah. But he was getting hit with right hands all night. All night.
But after the fifth round, I don't know what Barry Hunter said to this man, but like that, it's almost like they flipped the switch and Hank Lundy was in Delorme's chest for the rest of the fight. Yeah. Delorme, who looked pretty confident and seemed to start to figure out this move where even though Hank Lundy went southpaw or orthodox, he would kind of lean to the left and either throw a left hook, left uppercut, or overhand right, or go overhand right, wide left, which did score a few times on Delorme. Yeah. Said, screw it, I'm going to crowd his space, I'm going to step in his wheelhouse, I'm going to throw everything. And Delorme, which we've seen from him before, just looked like he was just under fire and he was confused or just distressed, because you could see him physically uncomfortable. And there were some points where Lundy landed some that 2-3 while he was in his chest that just had Delorme just shook. Yeah. And I believe Delorme probably won all 5 rounds, and then Hank Lundy could have got all the other rounds after that, which ended the fight in a split decision.
Right. Had that fight gone 12 rounds, Lundy might have gotten the knockout. Delorme looked completely out of sorts, as Rob said. He was not ready for Lundy to man up the way he did, because that's basically what happened. Barry Hunter was in the corner like, hey man, you're better than this. Don't be a punk. If you want to quit, you need to let me know. Mm-hmm. And Lundy was like, well, I ain't no punk. I'm going to go out here and show him what I'm made of. And he went out there and did it. That was all heart and guts, because he threw technique completely out the window at that point.
Dropped both hands down.
Yeah, walking to him with his hands down, rarely cutting off the ring, winging wild shots, but it worked. And sometimes you just got to throw a punch at somebody. You know, if you are a fan of this channel for a long time, you know we love the technical stuff, but sometimes you just got to hit somebody in the mouth. And that's what Hank Lundy did. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get him to win, so he looked very good in losing. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but he did still look good even though he lost, so it wasn't like they would blackball him off of TV. He'll get another shot, so will Delorme. Maybe they get a rematch down the road, you know, when it means a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. The next fight, we had Hugo Centeno Jr., who is a prospect at 154, moved up to middleweight to fight James De La Rosa. I think in the preview video I said it was at 154 because I remember him fighting at 154. But it was at 160. And we talked about how we weren't really too high on Centeno. Still not. But he was able to get the job done against De La Rosa and score a nice knockout. His jab worked pretty well. Mm-hmm. right cross was landing almost at will. Other than that, I didn't really see anything too special going on there. De La Rosa got his call back because of what he did to Alfredo Angulo, or what was left of Alfredo Angulo.
Yeah, he beat him, but he didn't knock him out, which means he really probably didn't have the power to take on Centeno or probably any top flight middleweight or anyone at 154. But he did do a few nice things. I mean, he did counter Centeno well, but he just didn't have that pop that needed to make him really think twice about engaging him.
And Centeno stood right in front of him all night.
Yeah, the only thing about Centeno, he did make a good move with that knockout because he fought orthodox all fight, and for whatever reason, he stepped off center, punching with De La Rosa, where he just kind of came from here, stepped, and just brought the left around, and then right in the chain there was a delayed reaction because it was like, all right, I'm all right, and nope, my leg said no.
Yeah, it almost kind of looked like the Pacquiao Marquez knockout to me.
Just
not as violent or shocking, but kind of similar.
Yeah.
And I think De La Rosa got up.
Yeah, he got up and cursed.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see what happens next with Centeno. If this was just a stay busy fight at middleweight, or if he's gonna stay there. They did mention him switching trainers because his father was ill. No one wants that kind of stuff. But hopefully they can, get some work done in the gym and do some improvements, because I think there's a little bit of potential there if he works on a few things. Whether he will be an upper tier fighter is really up to him. So let's move on to the main event. In the main event, we had David Lemieux taking on Gabriel Rosado in another middleweight fight, where we talked about Rosado being one of those hard luck guys that has a face that just can't hold up.
Right.
We thought, because Lemieux had stamina problems in the past, most notably in his knockout loss to Rubio and fading against Joachim Alcine, that he would maybe do that again and give Rosado some chances. At this time, the eye once again got damaged for Rosado, and you feel really bad for him because he's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He can do the stalking deal, he can box, but it's just not enough, and you feel kind of bad because he's a good guy. It's just not enough. Go ahead, Rob.
I mean, it was going to be a tough fight from the outset. I mean, Rosado, I think it was the third or fourth round is when he got hit with that right.
Yeah,
and it was just...
It's actually left hook.
I'm sorry, the left hook.
Yeah.
He kind of stepped over, but as soon as he got hit with it, like that, he had already been knocked down once before. And it just swelled immediately. Just got that mouse under there, and he still put up a really good fight. I mean, Lemieux, very strong, barrel-chested type guy, very short arms, so he's going to have to bring power. He's not going to box you from the outside. So the thing was, he was to bring the fight to Rosado, which he did.
Very much so.
Very strong kid. The only thing is that you could see the flaws, and if you can kind of weather those punches, especially with him having the stamina issues, you can beat him.
That's pretty much what Rubio did. He withstood the early onslaught. I think he was in trouble many times early on in that fight, but he just stayed in Lemieux's chest, kept the pressure on, and busted those pipes. Keep going. I'll be right back.
All right. Just wait for you to get back.
Okay. Just had to mute the TV. Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1. So basically, he weathered the storm. It went 10 rounds, but you can tell that he was just getting hit, especially with that right hand.
Yeah. What you mean, Lemieux or Rosado?
Rosado. But the thing with Lemieux is, if you can push him back, if you can make him go backwards, he automatically goes must. And we all know uppercuts, which Rosado landed
at will,
is when he scored. Now, it wasn't enough because Lemieux would hit him with that one shot.
Yeah.
And it would automatically push Rosado back. Yeah. Now, against another power puncher, I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez, if he could still fight at middleweight.
Doubt it.
Golovkin, what's my man?
Quillen.
Those guys would eat that up all day.
Cotto.
All day.
Yeah.
Even, was it Macklin? Not hard.
The knife.
Not hard punchers, but just enough to make you think twice. And all you have to do is just hit him and make him go back. And just avoid, because he likes to throw a left, like, in between those punches.
Yeah. He does have some good counter punching. So you got to be ready for it. So I think a Golovkin fight, while highly lucrative, probably be a bad idea. But he is a man, he's got pride, and he wants to show that he's the best, so he would probably take that fight. I would just pick Golovkin really big in that fight.
Within 5-6 rounds.
I give him 2, maybe 4. I say 4. With those uppercuts that Golovkin lands, ooh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like it. Make sure you hit that like button. Comment down below. Share it with your friends. Any fans of the fighters that we talked about, share this with them. If you want to hit us up, you can hit us up on Facebook, Capital Combat. Hit us up on Google+, same name. You can hit us up on our email, capitalcombat@gmail.com. Any questions, you guys, hit us up in any of those means, any of those platforms, and we can put you in the combat mailbag. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
This is round 1 and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.